Welcome back to the Women's Changing Room. I am Donessa.
And I am Ginette, where all is stripped bare. We transverse the globe to uplift and empower our women. So, Donessa,
Yes.
what do you have for us today?
All right. We're here for all of you guys. And today we have a question that it seems as if the question is very shallow, but when we take a deep dive into it, you guys would understand if you didn't understand by the question. So this is the question. Are women delusional? Are they?
Delusional? How dare you?
Maybe you're listening and you're like, okay, well, what does delusional mean? I can't remember what delusional means, so we should tell you what delusional actually mean. So basically, from what I understand, it is basically if you believe in something or someone, or their behavior, are words that are spoken to you. You believe that, but it is actually false. Okay, so that's just my interpretation of it. Do you have?
Okay, so my interpretation is when someone thinks that they hold themselves at a specific standard. I'm just using it as an example of putting it in a delusional in an example, basically. Mm-hmm. So is it someone holds themselves in a standard and they think, you know, they're above everyone and people should like worship the ground that they walk on? That's an example, my example of delusional.
Yes, for sure. That is a good example. So when I was like, okay, we're gonna do this topic, it's important for us to know what delusional is. And it's just note that it is you, whether it's you believing in something that is false or not true, and because of that you act in a certain way, note that that is what you're doing without knowing that you're doing, if you're doing it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so personally I believe we all have a little sprinkle or a little hint of delusional. We all human beings, we do have that in us, because why? We're sinners. Okay, so off the bat, we are delusional. We are delusional creatures, I must say. All right.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I totally agree with that, what you're saying. Yeah. There is a bit of it may be like a little minor thing, mm-hmm. but then it's like, to what extent does it become a problem? Mm-hmm. Because someone needs to be called up on it. So yeah.
And we see it a lot. We do see it a lot but for the minor stuff, you know, it's just there, it's subtle. But when it's blown up or when it's major, especially in relationships, whether it be girlfriend's relationship or, you know, your significant other relationship, that's when it can be very messy, for sure. So with that, we will say that, okay, what are some ways that women in general can be delusional?
A lot. I mean, there's many ways, mm-hmm. but I think one of the biggest could be when it comes to the expectations of, like, for men, what they expect men to do. You know, a man has to be working a specific job. A man has to look a certain way. A man has to do this for her, do that for her, you know, take her out on a Friday, mm-hmm. pay for her nails on a Saturday, do her weave on the Sunday. Well, not do her weave, but pay for her weave to get done on a Sunday. And then it's like, so what are you doing for this man? What are you giving him in return, apart from headache, you know? So it's really, some women, you know, they're unfair, and the expectations of for a man is really, really high. So yeah, that's one of my thing where I think it's a major concern for women on that part.
And yeah, and I agree. Because sometimes they're like, okay, you know, women feel like the one thing that they have is down there, downstairs. They're like, okay, all men want that. I have that, and you're getting that from me. So you better fulfill all the desires and all my needs and all my wants, which you listed, and there are tons more, you know, and they feel like that is the only thing. But men have their expectations too. Yes, men are these creatures that, you know, are drawn to that sexual desire. However, some men need a woman who can help take care of them or support them with knowledge base or with anything. So just as how we have expectation, women, these men have expectation too. And don't feel just because you're giving them the cookie that that's all that they deserve. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's so crazy because like, you know, you some women, when you ask them like, what's your man desire? What does he want? What's his goals? They can't even answer it because they're so wrapped up in me, you know, and it's totally dismissed. And then they wonder why, you know, men kind of sway. I'm not saying by any chance a man should cheat on a woman or a woman should cheat on a man, but when you see that a relationship's not working, they question why is this relationship not working? I'm this, I'm that, I look a certain way, I work a good job, but then what are you giving into that relationship on return? You know, it's all well and good that you're working a good job, you're looking a certain way, but how are you empowering your man? So yeah.
And it's once in a relationship, whatever relationship it is, it's I don't even want to say 50-50. Both sides need to give 100%. So you expect 100% from him. He is in turn expecting 100% from you. He's not expecting you to give 50 and he give 50. No, both of you need to give 100. And I think it's very important. And women, I know, don't feel that, okay, we're talking about you, so we're only basing it only on you. No, we're not. We know some of the men's shortcomings. Okay, but the question is, are women delusional? So that is why we are focusing on us, okay, on us. I think another thing too is all about good looks. Women have it in their head, they are looking good, they're looking fine, they're dressed in a certain way. Every week or every 2 weeks, they're getting their hair done, they're getting their nails done. When they're going out, their face is beat, you know, or even if it's not beat, it's looking pleasant. So they feel like, okay, I am looking good, I'm carrying myself in a certain way. Then the guy that I'm going to attract, he should look a certain way and he should treat me in a certain way. And which is true, yes, but don't feel that, okay, because you are looking good, then you can treat him if he's not. Okay, say probably you're looking fine, and then this I don't know, a profession, maybe a construction worker, and he's hollering at you, and you'll be like, oh, you're down in the dumps because you're not for me. Look at me and look at you. No, we shouldn't have that mentality.
Yeah, it's 2022 now. Like, it's not about looks and stuff is not everything. It's all about up here. It's the mind. What are you bringing to the table? And when I say what you bring to the table, I mean mentally, what are you bringing to the table? You know, it's all about, like I said, I'm big on empowering. And in a relationship, which I just said not too long ago, but empowering each other and lifting each other up, trying to work together, build a foundation. You know, that's what we should be aiming for in a relationship in 2022. Not to be, oh, who do I look good with on the gram? You know, who's going to suit me on social media?
Yeah.
Who am I going to go in the club looking all flash and wearing like Gucci or whatever designers and stuff?
Yeah.
You know? It's not about that. Well, you know, some women it is, and you know, that's the delusional women.
Yeah.
But
if it's based only on that, exactly.
Yeah, but for others, I think it's time to look beyond materials and likes, how much likes and what else is it? How to
and maybe you can get, okay, you get a guy, he's looking fine. Who doesn't want a guy who takes care of himself? One of the things that draw me to a guy is his nails, how he keeps his nails, right? So who wouldn't like that in somebody? But we're saying if you're only focused on that, and sometimes you're focused on how he looks, what he's wearing, how much money he's making, and you know, and then what about how he's treating you? How is he treating you? Is he looking good on the outside for everybody so you can get likes on Instagram or whatever social media, right? And then when you're home and closed door, he's beating on you, he's abusing you verbally, you're not happy in the relationship, but because somebody on the outside think that, okay, they like me with him, so I'm going to stay with him. Is that good for your mental? And what do you think he's going to do? He's going to go out there and do what he wants to do with other women. So
just to touch on that, like in terms of, you said like behind closed doors, they're beating like the women up and stuff. And that's another way where women are delusional, where the relationship's not working, he's cheating, he's beating up, but you're sticking with him.
Yeah.
And your reasons for sticking with him is not all the right reasons. Totally not. You know, but in your head you're thinking, oh, but he loves me, because at the end of the day he's still coming back to me. He can cheat with how many women, do what he wants, but he's still coming home to me. And that is a big delusion. So that's another way that women are quite delusional in terms of sticking with someone because of I don't even know. It's all fabricated, you know? So, so it's crazy.
It's true.
It's sad, but, you know, I think our aim here is to try and get women thinking, you know, and hopefully we do get you all thinking in terms of if you're in a relationship and maybe you might have doubts in terms of whether it's you're not happy or you know things are going on in the relationship, but you choose to stay there for the wrong reasons. But sorry, I just wanted to make that point.
And it's a valid point for sure. I think going off of that is entitlement also. You feel entitled. I mean, granted, you should have your standards for what you want in whatever relationship it is. Okay, you should have your standards, but there's a difference in having your standards and feeling entitled for things that you shouldn't even be feeling entitled for. So yeah, that's another one too, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's sad, really. It is sad. It is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think about ourselves too much, too often, and not think about other people and how we are affecting other people.
Yeah. I mean, there is many ways. Like, sorry, as you say, because I'm kind of feeling off what you say, because you said like sometimes we think about ourselves too much. But then in being delusional, it could be a case where you're thinking about someone else too much. And then you're thinking, oh, they're going to like maybe in some way they're going to return the favor or they're going to do this. But in fact, no, because you're deluded. You're giving, but not receiving anything in hopes that you're going to get the same in return. So that's another way.
Another way
In a relationship where people are delusional. So
for sure, that's good. And then we have one that goes off of looking good, but fake looks, and we talk about that. We had 2 episodes about that already. But the fake look is meaning that the plastic surgery and different things that we do to enhance our beauty, and I'm gonna do air quotes on that, and feel that, okay, now look at me, look at my butt. You can't get another woman with this butt. So you better know what you're doing. And don't come to me, don't come step into me. If you know you can't handle it, or you can't maintain me, because you see my standards, you see what I'm doing. So if you're gonna come and holler at me, then make sure you can keep up with what you're going behind.
And that's the thing, because with women like that as well, you know, they go and get these enhancements because they see what's trending on social media. They're looking at this, looking at that, comparing themselves to other women on Instagram, you know, and then they're really the ones that's so insecure, but then they expect the man to love them for how they are, but then really and truly you don't even love yourself. It's crazy.
Exactly. So we have to take a deep look into ourselves and question ourselves based on the things that we do and the things that we say, and understand that there are other people around us, or there are other people that we affect, or possibly could affect. So
because how could you expect a man to love you and show you all this love, and when you just don't even love yourself? You're so insecure about yourself. So it's very hard to expect these expectations, and
and it's unfair to the other person on the other side, because this could be based on your girlfriend relationship. You have this best friend, whatever, and then all of a sudden your attitude change because you feel you're in a different league on your own. It could be that way too. So we need to check ourselves. Check it.
True, most definitely. It's crazy.
So we've been talking about it throughout, because we give examples, we touch on it, but the difference between being a woman and being a wise woman is so important, because yes, we are all women, and then based on different circumstances cause us to act and probably behave or say things that we probably wouldn't say maybe 10 years ago. And this happened to all of us. But being wise in the situation and weighing all the pros and the cons and everything, we shouldn't have things drastically change the people that we are as women, because we are nurturers. We are very educated. It comes natural for us. So there are a lot of things that define us as women, but we also need to remember all of these things that make us up and not change based on what society label us or give off for us.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. So it's just crazy. I think that's gonna be my tagline. It's crazy.
Yeah, we say it all the time.
That is crazy. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. We are all women. So be wise women when we make decisions and when we say things, you know, be wise in whatever it is that you go through. And I'm not saying that's going to be the fix. At least that is going to help when it comes with people, mainly the men, calling us saying that we're delusional and all of these other adjectives that they use to describe us.
And the thing is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having these expectations. There's nothing wrong at all. You know, I'm all for, like, you know, setting your goals high and maybe setting your standards high as well. But in reason, you know, in reason.
Yeah.
You have to be in reason, and it works both ways, 50-50. So same way you expect, same way you expect of him, you should expect of you as well.
Exactly. Yep, that's true.
Definitely. We're not saying, oh, you're like to not, you know, lower your standards or anything. That is exactly not what we're saying, but you know, it's just about fairness. Fairness in a relationship. Most definitely.
And I like that you didn't say equal. I like that you say fair. That's an important word, because we all strive and tend that we should be equal rights and equal this and equal that. And while I get the points for that, fair is such a better word to use, because we are all different people. We all have different abilities. We all think differently. So fair is such a good word to use.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. You can tell that the teacher is coming out.
Yeah. No, it's true. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
Do you think we should place the blame, or should we take responsibility for what we say or action?
Definitely take responsibility. Definitely, 100%. You know, like, I just think it makes you a better person when you could realize your actions.
Yeah.
And take responsibility for it instead of passing the buck to blame. Oh, this one did this or this one did that. The reason why I'm in this situation is because such and such. You know, it's crazy. You should always take responsibilities no matter what. When you're in the wrong, or maybe you've done something, 100% own it. And I just think it makes you a better person, stronger person as well, to be honest. Because a lot of people as well find it so hard to take responsibility.
Yeah.
So
it helps you grow. It helps you grow as an individual. Once you own up to stuff and you know, okay, this is what I did, this is what I said, and I'm sorry for doing that, or these are the reasons why I said or I did that, and you know you own up to it, then it's good for you now to go to the next step, which is to move on or to apologize if you were wrong or different things. So it helps you individually. So yeah. And I would want my boyfriend, or my fiance, or my husband, or even my colleagues, or my best friend. I don't want them to be lying to me. I would want a trustworthy person, and a trustworthy person will own up to something, even if it's hard, or even if it's difficult. And if I have some type of relationship with you, and you tend to, pass the blame and say, it wasn't me, even if it was clearly you, or even if you say, okay, it's me, but this is the reason why I did it, because you were at fault. I don't want to surround myself with somebody like that. We should all think that. Women, we should all think, is that what we want to be as people, when people looking at us and be like, I don't want to be friends with her. I don't want to have any dealings to do with her because this is how she is. Nobody would want that. So we should also think about that too.
And that goes for men as well. Men as well as women, you know, just take responsibilities.
All we talk about here, so you men too, but we're focused on the question. So please don't come in the comment section, or please don't DM us or message us and be like, why are we only focusing on the women? That's the question. Are women delusional? So
yeah. And it'll be nice to hear men's thoughts on this, on whether women are delusional. Most definitely.
Yes, I can just see it. I can just see that. Yes, they are. These women out here be tripping.
Yeah.
They want, but all they think about is themselves. What about what I want? Yeah, I can just hear it. And the guys that I know.
It's true. It's so true.
Yes, it is. I like this. I like this one. It seems so easy to talk about because we all been there, whether we were doing it or saying it or we were receiving from others. So
that's right.
Yeah, so it's important to know what you're doing, helping yourself grow and being accountable for all.
Yeah, definitely. Accountability. Definitely.
So it will help so much if this is our first nature. And I know it's hard because it is not our first nature to be like, okay, you did that, girl, let me sit down and think about this. Sometimes we flare up at times. I know I do it. Okay, I'm not perfect, but I'm not saying you're gonna get it all the time, but at least practice and try it, and someday it will just come natural to resort to that. First, just think about others.
It's true, so true.
Yeah, I feel like this is a short one. I don't know how long we've been talking.
I don't feel like we've been talking for that long.
Yeah, I know, right? And then when we look at it, when we're looking at the video, we're like, okay, it's more than 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's true. I didn't realize it was what was I saying? I was like,
that's okay. It happens to us. Sometimes
it just seems like we've been talking for a short period of time.
Yeah, it seems as if it has been like 30 minutes plus already.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, but at least finally we got a short episode, and it's not like almost an hour like our
it's true. But I mean, is there anything more you'd like to add to in regards to the topic?
Not necessarily. I think we touch on everything that we wanted to, plus more. So I think that was good. And yeah, I really do enjoy it. So in short, are women delusional? Yes, we are.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say 50-50. I'll say 50-50. I wouldn't say all women. I mean, it goes with some men as well, because I'm just going to quickly flip the script for a minute, because you know I like to.
Yeah.
Because it's the same way with men as well. Some men, not all men, just like not all women. Some men have got very high expectations of women, you know? Oh, you must cook my food when I come home, wash my clothes. Yeah, I want this cooked. You didn't cook it properly. You didn't bring my bear out the fridge. You know, so
Yeah.
It goes both ways. It does go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't like, oh, all women are delusional. Some women are, same way as some men are.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my take on it. That's my
Yeah. So you think
conclusion.
some are? I think all women are delusional, and I mean it in the most sincere way possible. I mean, just a tad bit. And we touch on some of the ways that they can be delusional. And
Yeah.
there are other ways that we can be delusional. And some of us are not delusional in this grand way. However, I think that we can be delusional. All women can be
Okay.
delusional, whether it
Yeah.
is small or whether it is big.
Big. Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. We all have a tad bit of something
Yeah.
in us. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, sometimes we act on it, and sometimes we try very best to suppress it. But I just
Yeah.
feel like we do have it, and sometimes
Mhm.
it come out, and then sometimes it doesn't. So
Yeah.
yes, we're
Yeah.
not delusional, but don't take it as okay. Donessa is saying on the women's changing room that all women are delusional.
Yeah.
No, don't take it like that. We are delusional, but some act on it, just as Ginette say, 50-50. Some act on it,
Mhm.
some don't. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Definitely.
good.
So, guys, it'll
Yeah.
be interesting to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it is. I would really love it. Maybe we should post up on thing if we find women are delusional.
Yeah.
What do you see? I know women will be like, no, but if you think about it, you'll be like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. So that's it for the podcast. But before we go, I just want to say to Ginette, happy Mother's Day. I know in the UK, Mother's Day went a few months ago, but here in the Caribbean, specifically Grenada, Mother's Day was on Sunday.
Oh,
So
thank you.
from my household, from Grenada to you, Ginette, happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
And to
thank
all our
you.
mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to you guys. Also,
Yeah, we hope you all had a fantastic, fantastic
yeah,
day and was recognized for all the hard work that you do.
yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, I think we were good on time because according to my thing, it's like 7 minutes until we end. So,
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel and go and follow the Women's Changing Room on Instagram as well and on Facebook. Follow Donessa's page on Instagram and follow my page on Instagram, all in the description box below.
Yes.
And so yeah, guys.
Plus our other socials. And don't forget, we are also on Spotify, so you can find us there also. So thank you for tuning in yet again for another episode. And Ginette and I, we're signing out.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.